Hey guys, it's Jessie. Today I'm here to share a book review on Perfect Imperfections by Puja Mohan. Puja sent me this book for review and I could not have been happier. The cover is beautiful, it sounded really good, and I was excited to jump in. Perfect Imperfections is about a character named Kim whose father passes away. This forces her to not only grow up quickly, but to kind of push aside her dreams in order to help support the family. Kim ends up taking on a lot of responsibilities and even seems somewhat happy about it just a few short months after. But her resentment does appear and she ends up kind of losing herself and falling apart, and her life is just a mess. It's not until she meets this character, Jake, that she ends up finding new challenges and is pushed outside her comfort zone and ends up opening up again and becomes alive. Right from the start, I struggled with this book. There was a few parts that left me a little bit confused due to some grammatical errors, and also it made it a little bit more hard to read fluidly. I also struggled with a few point of view changes. I wasn't sure what clear markings there were to kind of dictate which character was speaking until you would read a little bit into that paragraph and then realized who was speaking, and then I would have to go back, reread it, and then move forward. So it was a little jumpy in places, but it didn't hinder the rest of the story. I was also starting to get nervous a few chapters in because I just wasn't connecting to Kim. I didn't find myself caring for her, and she was just indecisive, really repetitive, and I almost found her like too whiny and almost annoying. But I really kept hoping that things would change, and sure enough, she did develop, she did grow, and I did end up liking her. I am so glad that Kim did kind of open up and did allow for us to really connect and relate to her. The first point in which I started to connect with Kim was when her father passed away, and it was because she actually showed some emotion, and that was the first thing that we've actually seen from her that made her more human instead of just this kind of mumbling robot that just didn't seem to care about anything. In the following chapters, we did see Kim start to open up, which was a nice change from her moping character after her father died. She finally realized that she did need to grow up, she did need to change, she needed to find herself, and that's when things got interesting. We got to watch her figure out what new dreams she had for herself, how she was going to get there, her chasing them, her growing into who she wanted to be, and I actually found this really inspiring. I found myself over and over again getting really excited for Kim's new adventure as a small business owner or entrepreneur, and I did keep waiting for the other shoe to drop because the way that she was in the beginning, I just knew there had to be something else to it, but really was hoping that I would be proved wrong. Everything did end up panning out, and I was super excited for Kim and was really invested in seeing the whole process through. The only other bummer was that the ending did seem to come really short. It would have been so much better if we could have gotten just a little bit more time to enjoy Kim's successes and some of the other characters and just watching this family become happy again and whole, even though they were missing their dad and realized that he was missing some important moments. But it was really great to see them all come together and reconnect. I did rate Perfect Imperfections a 3 out of 5. I think the only other thing that would have made this book a 4 or 5 star would have just been getting me invested earlier in the characters because, like I said, I struggled a little bit to connect with them all until about the halfway or the last, few chapters or so is when I really did get into it. Like I said, I wish it would have been just a tiny bit longer, allow us a little bit more time with the successes of the characters and to really feel that happiness for them. But overall, I really did enjoy this book and thought it was pretty great, so thank you so much, Puja, for sending this to me, and I wish you the best of luck. Her information is down below in the description if you guys are interested in following her or learning more about her book, and I will also leave a link to that as well to where you can get your very own copy. If you guys have a question about the book or the review, please leave them in the comments below and I would be happy to answer them. Thanks a ton for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.